So yeah, I wanted to just kind of touch based on the some of the chart here. GameStop, AMC, and DJT. DJT went up today. Making a gap up, like right before gap up kind of phase. So I'm kind of expecting to see a gap up Monday. We'll see. I think DJT already made all the gap up setup. So the pre gap up setup. So I think um, DJT is good to go. Um, but yeah, we'll see. But I'll start with first GameStop because a lot of people ask what's going on, and um, so there's a two scenario I'm watching here. So first one will be I'll have to show you here, which is 2021. Sorry, 2020, August to September, which I show you guys before previously about this, how GameStop is kind of mimicking this 2020 area after March earning, and then huge gamma squeeze after arcade comeback and stuff. But it's very in terms of the algo wise, it's very similar. And now we are kind of going through here. I mean, there's a lot of like ups and downs, so it's really hard to tell um, where we at. But it does seem like we are right here. We had a nice pop, but we ended up with about how much down today? Almost 6%. Um, so, so I'm gonna show you two scenario here. Doesn't mean that this will work, but I'll start with saying this is not financial advice, just entertainment purpose only. Let's have this 2020 algos here. So when I put that in, it's kind of interestingly match right here. I'm just gonna keep this one a little bit blurred. So I mean, yeah, a little bit darker so you don't see that much. So since it hit the bottom to $20, which this one was a dollar before, start creating this whole um, you know cycle here. We did have something similar maybe, but it was kind of making very similar to May run too. So, but what's important thing to watch, I think, is when you draw a line here. When you connect all the bottom, it's perfectly lined up. So, I think in this channel box, I think they're just kind of making its move. So when you create a line here from October 29, November 12, November 26, all the top and the bottom, it seems like it's going through this channel box here. Um, it's very similar to here, what happened here in end of July, August, through September. That's It seems like it's possible that we are, after we went through this whole May run, now entering into this bull cycle, which is the just entrance right before RC announces 9.6% stake in GameStop, and then that create a gap up and then squeeze. Not squeeze, but it just popped, right? I think the way GameStop set up their earning is very strategic. I think they aim for the similar setup as RC announced his first stake in GameStop and then create a gap up. So algo-wise, I think that's just first. My scenario is that it's possible that GameStop is mimicking this 2020 August 24th area, which has this sharp decline on August 24th, 2020. So it's possible, right? And I'm gonna show you the May chart as well. So I was comparing this between these two. I'm wondering if they'll use this area somewhat explosive like what happened here, because 2020 the algo was exactly same as 2020, but after our Roaring Kitty got in, it created a much more explosive upside. So but it's mimicking same algo. It's just more explosive upside. So I'm just wondering if we are going to track same thing, but are we going to have any explosive move here? So I'm gonna show you the second scenario, what will happen next week, and then follow up by the earnings. So if you have a look at this one, what happened 2020 August 24th, there was a pullback, right? Sharp decline, which what happened today, but still in this nice channel box here, when you connect all the dots, right? So it's in the channel box. And what happened next week, I do think that this will pop. It based on this chart, 2020, this will pop to $32 again, very fast, Monday, and maybe pullback, and then things like that. So maybe slowly making its move to earning, and setting up for gap up, and then maybe some I don't know, some positive news or some sort of good I don't know, some good news comes out by earning, and then create a gap up and making similar setup as what happened here in August 31st when RC announced his first stake in GameStop. So I'm curious if that's what they're kind of setting up to do. So yeah, we'll see. I can't really tell what's going to happen, but that's just based on 2020. And I'm gonna show you 2024 May, and then you can compare how this will play out. So I'm gonna move this one to May this year. So this hold on, so I think I have to move further. Okay, here. So based on this, I'm gonna just tone this one down, and then I'm gonna bring this another one up here, which is from May. So this is the second scenario. Okay, the first scenario is 2020 August, right? So second scenario is this one. If we are going to mimic also the similar May run, but it does more similar to 2020 August, isn't it, right? But if we are to use some of the algo here from 2020, which this one has this nice up, it create like a triangle shape here. 1 second, let me just bring the pen. Yeah, sorry, brush. So same triangle shape, and then push up, which it did. Pull back. What happened here in the B box here, this B face, and then push back up, and then start to moving upside. Very slower than May run, but it's mimicking very similar pattern here. Right before May 13, Roaring Kitty kind of tweet and create a gap up. Instead of gapping up, so this is my something I'm kind of curious about here. So this is a 4-hour chart, by the way. So I'm gonna make it 1 hour. So keep it simple. You can look at more details here. So on the right side is May. On the left side is Korean chart, November. So same run after small triangle formation, pull back, push back up, and push down, like a kind of similar pattern here, and then start to breaking up again this B phase, I think, which what happened here. And then instead of gapping up, we just kind of went through it, and I think if we are tracking this one, hold on, let me just draw a line here. Yeah, okay, there you go. So if we are kind of tracking this area as a gap up area, and now we are just kind of, we're just waiting to see this big pop here, which happened in May 13, 9 a.m. So let me show you here. I'm just gonna bring this one a little bit more close up, so you can see what happened in the details. Maybe I'll do 13 minutes. Oh, sorry, 15 minutes. Let me see. Yeah, okay, there you go. So when you have a look at this, after this gap up phase, there's a pullback, right? So instead of gapping up this area, there's so instead of gapping up, it just went up, pop, and then pull back, and then after that they push up. And there's like one here that let me just zoom in here. See, I don't know if you can see here, but I'm just gonna bring the arrow. Yeah, so there's one here that May 13, 7:45, yeah, 7:45 a.m. there was a pullback. It was about 11%. Let's see again. Let me see here. Yeah, so 11 to 9%. There was a sharp pullback, right? So I'm wondering if we are mimicking. So like I showed you the first scenario, which is 2020, and now this is a May chart. May run. Before the big upside, we saw this sharp pullback. If we are mimicking that one, so let's say they're kind of creating this and push back one more time, which means they're kind of dragging maybe this thing, or they're just maybe looking for a different algo or looking for announcement. I don't know, some sort of something. So anyway, so let's say we're kind of mimicking this one, then I do expect this type of pop here early next week, Monday or Tuesday or something like that, right? So that's the second scenario, right? If we were mimicking the May run, that's the second scenario. I'm curious if something happened on Sunday, because as what I showed you before, this DJT is also setting up for kind of gap up. So I don't know if they're gonna do a similar. I don't know if they're gonna kind of run this thing at the same time. But it just seems that. So yeah, so I'll show you the DJT a little bit close up. So this is 59 points, 43 points. Okay, so it just seems that right before gap up, like I show you here, DJT, I'm not gonna show you the whole thing again. I'm just gonna show you the end of it, since we are already end of it. So this is January this year, before gap up, right end of it, they hit the bottom RSI, and then create this kind of box shape, hit the bottom again, went up and hit bottom, and then push back up and slightly pull back and then push up, and then they just finished right there. So basically the algo perfectly set it up right before gapping up. So I'm curious if they're gonna move at the same time. So if DJT gap up, and I don't know, maybe some catalyst, I don't think DJT is in the same meme basket, like meme basket stock, but I don't know why they're setting up that way. So that's very interesting that DJT is about to gap up at this stage. So that's one thing. I'm not looking at only GameStop. I'm looking at other chart just to look at just overall picture. AMC is also a basket stock. So if GameStop, let's say, shoot up like this much, let's say they're going for May run. If they're moving like May run, which what happened here after the sharp pullback, And if we are mimicking this one, I mean, this is very, very big compared to this one. I mean, let me see the size. Maybe it's just similar. From here, so after RC tweet, Monday morning, gap up 4 a.m. And that's what's kind of what you're looking at here. 6:45 to 7 a.m. You see 20% upside, and then 11% downside, right? 11% downside. So if we were seeing that, so this is 13% upside, and then we had about 7% downside. So we are smaller than this size. I mean, compared to May run, but I don't know. Maybe there's a potential there. So that's the second scenario. So if we are ended up, moving this way, then I think there's a possibility that some announcement coming out on Sunday, or they just run like that, like algo. So that's the second scenario, right? So if that second scenario works, this type of thing happen, and that affects AMC, right? AMC, if GameStop move, AMC will move at the same time. The interesting thing is, after like I showed you before, AMC 2000, this is 2020. This is where we at, October, November. When you look at AMC before May run, it has a very similar kind of, what do you call this, like it just kind of, yeah, accumulation or something. But in terms of shapes, it just go ups and down, and create a triangle shape and then just shoot up, right? It's dragging a little longer than I expected this time, but we can understand there's a cycle, and then we know after, let's say we know if there's if we see squeeze or rally again in December, then we kind of expect, okay, when will be the next squeeze cycle will be, right? We can kind of expect that. We just have to apply that, the date range from May to December, whatever run happens, and then you just copy paste exactly same date range for that next cycle, which will be, I think, around July. But let's see, June or July, but let's see. So I think this is A. Hold on. Oh, sorry. This is A. This is B. And then this is C. Oh, sorry. Let me just, clean this up a little bit. So that's A. This is B. And then we are entering. Oops. We are entering C. We already entered C, but so I'm gonna show you here a little bit, and then you can make a decision if we are tracking this or not. I'm just, so this is 2 hours, so I'm gonna do maybe like 3 hour. Maybe that's easier to look at, for the eyes. It's really hard for eyes, it's not easy to try to identify, where we at, how it's mimicking the cycle. So let's have a look. I'll just keep this one simple here, but okay, so I'll keep it really simple. I don't want to hurt anyone's eyes, so I'll be really quick here. Maybe this one is not good for the eyes. Hold on 1 second. I'll turn this one green as this one, and then turn this one down a little bit, and this one same area. Turn this one green as well, so that it's kind of similar area, same area. Let's forget about MACD for a second here. Just too much going on. So I think when you just look at the green box here, I think that's A here, up and down, like creating like a M shape, like a Mickey Mouse or McDonald or something, M shape, Super Mario. So when you look at a bigger picture, I think maybe create a this type of M shape, moves ups and down. And next shape they create was B, which was push upside really quick, push down and the upside, and then just sharp down decline. Same thing happened in a very similar move, and I think that's B, which what happened here in RSI as well. So we just saw we just check off this A and B phase, which is the accumulation phase. And now when you look at the Z, let's see. So when you now look at the C level, what happened here? After he hit the bottom, slowly moving up, and then start to push through upside. I think that's what we saw there, but it's not as a strong upside as January. But I feel like they're testing this size because I think they're testing this level here because. And that's just my opinion, but maybe not. But so there before making this, so for AMC, before making this squeeze phase, they create this like a staircase. So for AMC January, just moving up like that, and then pop and pull back, and another pop, pull back, and squeeze. It's kind of similar to GameStop too, but let's say the size of this one is smaller, but what happened if the size of this sorry, I'm gonna change this one, D level here, what about this one is much more bigger than this one? You know what I mean? Like, so I'm trying to think that I don't want to have a biased opinion or biased thoughts here, but I'm trying to think about maybe they might be testing something, see if they can break the algo or I mean, okay. So what I'm trying to say, I wanna maybe re-clarify what I'm trying to say here. I don't want to confuse people. So what I'm trying to say here is that let me show you this one again. So let's go back to 2020 again, just to kind of show you what happened there. So this is what happened 2020, right? This only went up from the bottom after March earning, went up like 100%, right? After March earning, okay, so from March earning to here 2020, almost 50% downside. After March earning, push up, almost 36% downside. It's not huge, but still. But what happened after that? It's the same algo, but much more explosive, right? It's the same algo but explosive. So went up 500%. This one, so it went 120. So it's almost like what, like 5 times bigger than this one. So what you can learn from this is that I think they can use the same algo, but they can amplify some area. Okay, they can still use the same algo, but certain area when the algo pops, like let's say this area after March earning, same March earning 2020 drop, right? Same March earning 2024 drop, same algo, right? But after that, it popped, right? It rallied for 100%, right? So in that phase, maybe they know the algo is gonna pop, right? Like it's the same algo they're making, right? So they know that this area is like can go upside, so which means that RK got in and then make this whole thing. So but still tracking algo. So I feel like anything can happen when the algo is about to pop, right? That any area that algo moves upside, they can always increase the level. Like let's say if it could go up to like let's say 10%, but let's say 2020 that phase went up only 10%, but in 2024 they can create some events or something happen and they can create upside to 30-50%. You know what I mean? So they can always amplify those kind of area. And I think next week is that phase, I think, that where they can do something here. And of course, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. But just based on what I'm tracking, I think anything can be possible early next week. So that's the only thing I'm watching here. So AMC tracking, I think, very nicely. The 2000 also 2000 2000 to 2021 kind of area maybe. But let's have a look at this one. On the right side, it's the same thing. Let me just close my face here. So same thing. You hit the bottom, move up. You see here on the left side. This is right now, November. Hit the bottom, push upside, and then push this upside. This one push upside, which happened exactly same thing. Let me just bring the this arrow. So like that, right? Right. So so this is the bottom. Push upside. Yeah, maybe that's the this level here. Maybe they'll come down a little bit and then push up or something. They're making something similar, right? And then it's still small, but they're just making something. And then yeah, RSI move up here, push back down slowly, and maybe now we are kind of here or something. This is a 3-hour chart, so maybe it's easier to look at 1-hour chart here. You see, maybe this is better. Maybe, yeah. So yeah, it's kind of similar, right? This is 2-hour and this is 1-hour. Okay, there you go. So it's kind of, there you go. So yeah, it moves up and down, ups and down, right? And now we are at the point where like it just needs to push upside, right? So I don't know, that's just kind of what I see here. So something can trigger early next week. Could be like, I don't know, arcade tweet again, or some sort of a move, or I don't know, something happened. I don't know, something's gonna happen. I feel like, I don't know, weird. It's just feel weird feeling. So that's D. So AMC, if I don't know, I do feel like AMC is kind of tracking very similar to 2021. If this thing happened, yeah, it can go up to almost 20%. So moving up to $6. So, and then after that, it will like maybe dragging out like that, similar to this area before squeeze, which is gonna be the similar area where the GameStop earnings gonna be. So if GameStop push to the upside, AMC push together or something, yeah, something will happen together, and then fill the gap here, maybe $12. I'm just kind of speculating, but so yeah, that's kind of AMC. I feel like it's yeah, I've been kind of tracking both at the same time, look at the scenario, what's gonna happen. I know some people will be like, yeah, AMC should close at above max pain, but when you look at what happened AMC in May 10th, it was way below max pain. So but it still went up 300%. How are you gonna explain that? So AMC, I don't think it really doesn't really. I personally think AMC doesn't really matter. I don't think you should worry about the max pain for AMC. If GameStop AMC will run together, because the hedge funds, they use this one as a collateral, right? So they want to try to stop GameStop. So when you look at MACD as well, I kind of circle this one just to easier for your eyes. Let's zoom in here. So yeah, we are maybe right here, so RSI, sorry, this is MACD, 1 hour on the left, 2 hour on the right. Hit the bottom, so the MACD is below here, push up, pull down, push up, and pull down, and pull down, right? It's just a little bit of a dragging. So let's say, how do I explain this one? Okay, I'll draw. So this is the algo that it looks like it pop, pull back, right? Same thing, pull back, maybe pop like that, and create a bigger pop and pull back, right? You see that? In the last one, there's one pop and pull back. It's the same thing. So it doesn't matter AMC was above max pain or not. I don't think it really matters. What matters is GameStop. Does GameStop was above max finish above max pain? Yes. I think the it was 27 bucks or something, right? So November 20 sorry. So Friday was 27 bucks for GameStop, right? So GameStop finished what 29. So it was already $2 above. So I think that's what matters, right? But anyway, so I think just in terms of the algo, it's very similar. It's just that this one was just kind of just sideways, just sideways. But this one was just making a little bit above. Yeah, it's just going higher. But it's just same algo, right? Same move. So what happened after that? Well, what can we expect this after this, right? Move. We can expose if we were we seems to be making similar algo, which means that we're gonna see explosive upside up to 540, and then they create a gap here. But I don't know if they're just gonna create a gap right away and then just start here or something. I don't know. I think something's gonna happen on Sunday at night, maybe. Something's gonna happen like between like it seems like AMC GameStop and maybe DJT, like it moves all together. Maybe like something is gonna happen. Like DJT is right before the whole gap up phase. AMC is also GameStop too. Like I don't know, something is weird. So I think next week, something's gonna happen. I think, but it's not squeeze yet. So, but we are just entering the right before squeeze level. So. In my opinion, if I see AMC move up to $6 next week, I'm highly confident that this will squeeze right before December OPEX, I think, because it seems like that's what they're doing. I mean, they're kind of taking time. So past November, we're just kind of in the middle of maybe a squeeze, but just taking a little more time than May. And then May OPEX, I mean the May squeeze happened before OPEX. So December OPEX is the let me just double check here, OPEX calendar. So this is the last year, this is gonna be the last month of the OPEX, 2024 December. OPEX days this 20th. We have a FOMC meeting on 18, so I think it should finish before this. GameStop earning is here, so we're gonna see a pop. Let's say like what I say, let's say Monday, Tuesday. Let's see what happened on Sunday. But yeah, we'll depending on what happened on Sunday, the Monday price action will determine based on Sunday announcement or any of positive news or move. But so Monday, Tuesday, and then pullback happened, right? And then we got earning on 10th, so maybe that will create this one will be the catalyst for the gap up. Maybe continue upside and then maybe down. So I don't know, something can finish before December OPEX. That's my opinion, because based on what I also track in crypto, they should have a pullback. I mean XRP is actually shooting up more than I expected, but right now I track Doge. So Doge, when you look at Doge, it should pull back soon. I mean, it's very similar to 2020 October. And when you look at Doge, you see there's like a three top, 1, 2, 3, right? It hit all these 3 points and pull back, right? So I think Doge is kind of doing similar thing, which is now they're about to see a pullback, and I don't know how much it will go down, but it could drop 40%, 30%, 50%, who knows? Something's gonna happen here. But like I said, let's say GameStop AMC trigger, crypto will pull back. Loop ring, also, I know some guy, like some people who are in GameStop, they also do some TA in loop ring, but loop ring, when you look at it, I'm tracking loop ring as well. So I think it's very similar to this one, which what happened in 2020 March. I mean, there's a COVID happened, so that's why there's a pullback. But maybe something happened here. I don't know. Something happened. Similar setup as here. So now when you look at loop ring is about to fall too. You know, if this is the right track, so it's like 30% downside. What makes the loop ring come down 30% if this trigger? What makes Doge, you know, come down 40% if this something happened? You know, what will be the trigger here? So I'm thinking about those kind of stuff too. You know, what will be the trigger to make those crypto, you know, fall? So yeah, let's see. You know, I mean, I might be wrong, but something is cooking here. Something is cooking. Let's have a. I want to talk about Siri right before end. Siri, I really realized that after I saw the Siri move, I found that Siri is actually hit the final bottom, which was here right after they filled this $25 gap. So I right before I start this stream, so I made a comparison with this one, so you can have a look at this one. This is my opinion that I think Siri. Oh, sorry, what the hell? So I think based on my analysis, not financial advice. I think Siri, as people follow Siri, I noticed that there was a huge FTD created here, so which means that someone enter here. It can be either DFV, it can be either, I don't know, Warren Buffett, Okay, one second. My tenant just texted me. Because he's supposed to pay rent, but he didn't pay rent, but he said he has an exam. Okay, whatever. Okay, so so something happened here, and I know there's a guy. There's a bunch of. Siri community is still smaller than BBVY or AMC or GameStop community, but those people are pretty smart, So because they also do a lot of DD from BBVY, GameStop, stuff like that. So there's same smart brains, tracking Siri, right? So I trust that. So. And for me, as a kind of, I'm interested in TA, looking at the chart, and then look at FTDs, and I already saw the FTDs. FTD was created so large that somebody, enter and they create a large FTD, and they still haven't covered, which means that, the market maker, short seller, they haven't covered. So what they're doing now is that I think they're creating this algo to create an accumulation, to enter accumulation phase. They're creating an accumulation phase before entering a squeeze. So based on what I track, it seems like, so I kind of prepare this to look, so for you guys to have a look. I might be wrong completely, but I'm just showing you this one, since I'm interested in it. So Siri also created this huge move. This is 2023 April, May, and this happened July. So based on my analysis here, before this giant squeeze, they create this huge short happen. I don't know what this is. This is either short sell off. I don't know. Something happened here, but it's similar move here. You know, it's mimicking similar run. So there's a huge sell off or some sort of like shorting, whatever, and then they create this one. They create this one, but it's much. It took more time. It's taking way longer than this one. And then as I'm tracking this one, and then when I look at RSI, so when you look at this one, so you know there was a big short happened. I don't know if there's a huge sell-off or whatever short happened. 2023 March, June, right? The RSI is kind of bottom here, and then push up, pull back down. So one thing we have to watch out for is that RSI is still, it's like a GameStop chart, RSI is still kind of like maintaining this higher low level, right? Same thing happened here in 2023. What you have to watch out for is, like, yeah, you look at chart, but also you look at RSI and you'll be like, oh wait, how come chart tank this much, but how come RSI doesn't tank this much? And that's the tricky part, I think. And then because somebody is maybe accumulating here, and they're just fucking with the chart here, right? Just shaking, shaking emotions and stuff. So that's what I see here. When the RSI hit the bottom this year, June, and push upside, and then pullback happened, and then another huge pullback happened, but still the RSI maintained higher than what happened here, right? And when you look at this, the RSI level still maintaining the high level, even though the stock price tanked. And that's the thing we have to really watch out for, I think. Right? Chart is chart, but like candles are candle itself. But RSI is, I think, the truth, right? So let's look at what happened here. So you zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in here. So and it start to push up, pull back, and then start to come down here, but still maintaining the higher low level, which it did, and they fill this gap, and they create a gap here, fill this gap, and push upside, which means that now they're going through this level. So that kind of gives me confirmation that, because I was expecting to push down a little bit more, but this gives me a confirmation that okay, they fill this gap. Now there's no more gap to fill. It's safe to go up. Maybe they're gonna go for this huge volatility move ups and down, and then but they're gonna still push upside to the maybe mid-December, and then pull down by January 24th. So I know there's maybe some people have a call options around maybe Jan 20, I don't know, Jan 17. I think December might be the pick. So I think they want to shake off the option traders before Jan 17 OPEX or something. I don't know. So that's the some sort of a confirmation that you want to watch out for, is that Jan 10th and December. And then FOMC meeting is okay, fuck the FOMC meeting. Okay, I don't need this one. So December 20. Okay, let's leave it at that. So this is a good news, because Siri squeeze might be happening earlier than what I expected, right? So if this track similar to this one, I would expect the Siri squeeze could happen in April. I might be wrong. Maybe this can be dragged out, but based on what's going on, it seems like that's what what will happen. Also, interestingly, the top will be not 200. Sorry, top will be 180. I don't know, but let's see. But what's the important thing is, I think they're gonna fill this gap. That I think that's the important thing. They're gonna they're gonna do whatever they can, the long forces. Whoever create FTDs, they'll get punished by somebody or something, and then and just fill this gap and boom. So something's gonna happen there. Even here in June, they fill this gap. I think what happened here? Where is it? June here? Hold on. So, oh, okay. This one is June. Sorry. So, so this is May. This is June, July, 2023. You see, there's a gap. This gap filled, right? And this one wasn't filled, and now it's gonna come there to fill. So for me, I wanna maybe get in maybe a little bit, but I don't know if I want to play this one, just push upside and pull back to trade this one. We'll see, but I definitely will aim for Jan 23rd. Oh, sorry, Jan 23rd? Is it Jan 24? Jan 27? Yeah, something like that. Jan 20, what is it? Jan 21st? Okay, something like that. I'll be aiming for that one, and that will be the final dip in my opinion. If this is correct, if they hit all this thing and then hit this two thing and then pull back, then that will be the final maybe dip, and then boom. So I love to play Siri very soon, so I'm just gonna wait for a little bit more to see more confirmation. But I think there's a potential a 400% move. We'll see. I might be wrong. No financial bias. Just my speculation. So yeah, that's Siri. So I hope this covers everything. Did I cover everything? Did I miss something? Beyond. Let's have a look at Beyond. What the hell is this guy saying? Whatever. Okay, so Beyond. What's going on? Oh, okay. Oh, they left the gap. I think, yeah, Beyond seems interesting. I think Beyond is gonna make a move now. Because I was expecting this. I think last time I mentioned Beyond, and then I thought maybe it could potentially Beyond could slide down up like a bottom, hit the below like that, because it's mimicking very similar move. But what it what it start to shift was that it start to move upside, right, like that, which is this algo, which means that they skip this area. This skip is this one, and start to moving this area. So it might be like this one now. So it start to make its move. So I don't know. I feel like something's gonna happen next Sunday. Sorry, this coming Sunday or something. Yeah, you see, like even Beyond is about to like fill this gap and just push upside. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. 2025 February. Yeah, I don't know. So something is happening. Like something's gonna happen this Sunday, in my opinion. I don't know why. Maybe BBY is coming back. I don't know. So we'll see. I hope this helps. I think this one will be big too. ASTI. I think they're gonna do something too. Like this. I met somebody from like a ATL event last time. Somebody mentioned about this one. I won't mention his name, but I was like, okay. So I have a look, and then they're working with SpaceX. A lot of executives are SpaceX, so they're start to entering this one, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. I just look at the chart and be like, oh, it seems mimicking similar to this one. They're just gonna like just go sideways until they hit certain point, maybe June, and which is when what whole crypto also bull market kicks in too, like next cycle. And June and July level is also AMC GameStop blew up too. So I think it's hit the exactly same spot, which is around June 17. So ASTI last time it blew up the same time as a GameStop, and you know how much it went? It went 28k%. That's like crazy. So I'm like, what kind of stock is this? And I feel like this is a stock, no financial advice, but this is a stock where like the market maker or the hedges are just fucking around with it. Like maybe they use, I think this one like AMC, like they use this one as a collateral to short the meme basket or something. Like there's no other explanation how they move when GameStop AMC popped like that, and then made a even bigger move than GameStop and AMC altogether. It's like went up 34k or something. And I feel like, yeah, so they're so and anyway, so I think now Elon Musk hates short seller. Elon Musk got in, and I mean, sorry, Elon Musk executives, like sorry, SpaceX execs are kind of getting into this company, and maybe they reconstruct company. I don't know. They put the price down. The cool thing is that they, I think, did a reverse split, and then they put the stock price above $1, and so they have no risk to get de-risk, but sorry, delisted, but still has a risk though. But if they just go sideways like that, what happened here? There's a potential that it could happen like that. So I'm watching this one also. I'm just watching their move, but I'm just watching this one. Maybe by June, if this start to pop and blow up, maybe they're gonna fill this gap. If they start to fill this gap, that's like that's like crazy amount. I don't know if that happened, but if GameStop blow up, I think this will blow up too. Same because that's what happened in 2021. So ASTI is definitely something interesting too. Toy R Us, I know Bed Bath Beyond holders, they also like Toy R Us. Yeah, okay, there you go. So it start to making a move now, which is what I have here. This chart is from GREE, Greenwich. I don't know why I decide to pull the chart from Greenwich, but I think because Greenwich did a what they did. They did they did also, I think, stock merger or something. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they did something and then create a squeeze. So I was looking at this one and I thought, oh, it looks kind of similar to this one. So I decided to use this one, and then and it seems like it's mimicking similar to GREE. I might be wrong, but let's have a look. This is pretty crazy. Like even let's forget about the MACD. Let's look at RSI. Okay, because sometimes MACD is just so weird to look at. Okay, so this is 12 hours. Okay, hold on. It's kind of hard to look at, but oops. Yeah. Okay. Let's not look at the RSI. Let's just look at the fractal here. Where's the fractal here that I want to show you? Yeah, this part. So this is what happened here. After gap up, they come down to fill the gap partially, but they fill this gap later on after they start to tanking. Yeah, so Toy R Us also had a similar a gap here, this green gap, and they filled all this gap. So there's no gap to fill down below. So all gap is filled now. Now they just have they just have to move upside. So this is what happened here. Just kind of going down the staircase to fill this gap after this gap up, and this gap up was created due to merger acquisition news, and then start climbing and then squeeze. Toy R Us is a OTC stock, so I don't know how long it will take to go upstairs, but if does tracking this algo, it will be there, but it might take some time. Based on this daily chart, I mean, this, always the chart, things can speed up, but maybe this can fill this gap here at a $3 and $2.30 by March 2026, which is a year and a few months from now. So I don't know. So we'll see. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So thanks for tuning in at this late night. It's almost 10 p.m. Eastern time. So have a good night, everyone. Have a good weekend, and then let's see, how GameStop will move next week. But I think overall it seems very interesting setup that DJT is also set up for gap up, and AMC and the GameStop. So I let's hope for something come out on Sunday night, and then yeah, I'll keep you guys posted after that. Thank you, and then have a good night.